Well, excuse me. Hello, me lovelies. Hello, me lovelies. I want to know who says hello, me lovelies. Hello, me lovelies. Good morning, folks. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Now, today, I want to talk about mental health, schizophrenia, psychotic disorders, anxiety and depression. What causes it? What causes anxiety and depression and other psychotic illnesses? Well, what it is, our brain is in 4 parts. You have your frontal lobe and your prefrontal lobe. And in a part of the brain called the prefrontal lobe, you have a chemical, what's called serotonin. And when your serotonin is low, you suffer with mental health illnesses. Hence, the medication is supposed to replace the serotonin. And some patients who have schizophrenia, voices, they've got a man in their head. They know it's not true, some of them. Some of them exaggerate, they're millionaires and they own this property and that. That is a part of the illness. And there's nothing worse than getting out of bed, getting up in the morning and not being able to get out of bed. Because serotonin is one of the most important things in your body. You need the proper serotonin in your body to keep you well. You lose lack of motivation without serotonin. And it's just like a chemical in your body, because our body's got loads of chemicals in it. And I'm no doctor, so what I say you cannot take as fact. But it's up to you if you want to believe me. It's like if you said to me now, how many bones are in the feet? We've got 26 bones in our feet. I do know a lot about the body, because when you become ill, you start researching all your illnesses. When you get medication, you start looking at your medication, seeing what's in it, see what the side effects are. Now, when I got my very first blood clot, I'd not long been put on quetiapine. Can't remember what the dose was. And I got a clot, one clot, the very first time I was on warfarin, and he used to have to go for my INR. He pricked my finger, took a blood, put it on a card, and he got a reading of how thick my blood was. He'd up or lower the dose depending on the results of the blood test. But when I got 8, yeah, that was when I was on serotonin, and I don't believe it was 8. I believe there was 8 blood clots, pulmonary embolisms on my left lung, but I believe it was 1 what had broken up, because my leg was double the size, and when they done a scan on my leg, couldn't find nothing, and I become ill. Then they done a scan on my body, the clot had moved from my leg to my lungs. If you're on a blood thinner, you have got to take it every day. Now, this is an issue I'm having. I'm going to speak to my doctor with it, because I really want to let you see what it's like living on the streets of Liverpool. If I set it for a week, but the least I'm going to do is 5 days. The only thing what will stop it is if I'm on the street and someone gets aggressive and violent. Because I'm putting myself in a position then where I will have to do anything to defend myself. And I don't like fighting. I don't want to argue with no one. I'm ill. But if someone attacks me, I don't care. I'm sorry. You love me or leave me. If there's a bottle there, it's going on the head because it's them or me. I don't want to fight, but if they're going to hit me, I'm going to hit them on the head with a bottle or stick it in the face. And I don't want to do that. So when I do go and do this, I am going to avoid all violence at cost. Someone calls your name, let it fly over your head. Is it worth getting a life sentence for killing someone? It sure isn't. So I'm going to do it, as I say, in the summer. And I'm going to look forward to it. So if anyone's got an owl rucksack they want to sell me, an owl sleeping bag they want to sell me, but wash the sleeping bag, send me it, I'll buy it off you. I'll pay money into your PayPal account. Any of me subscribers, that is, you know. Because I really want, it's not about, I want you to see what a homeless people do. I want to put it on content, what you do when you wake up and you're setting your bed away and you're going out to get your food into the town. I'm going to show you the places where people go to get meals. Side the lime seat, there's a van most nights. Giving you sandwich, coffee, soup, crisps and all that. I'm going to show you what the homeless live like, and I've got to go a little bit undercover a day or two, so hence I'll be using just me Android phone 150. It was only 150, but I'm not using it, and I'll take the iPhone 13, but that will be in my pocket at all times, and so I'll only use that of a day and discreetly put it beside me to record me. Anyway, folks, I hope you're feeling alright today. I woke up actually with a big pain on the right hand side of me hip joint, severely, and I've only been up 10 minutes and it's absolutely killing me now. And here's what I do. I've got me pain relief. I just go, just a sip. That was about 8 mils. And if you know what 8 mils is, I know what 8 mils is. That was just a sip, like 2 teaspoonfuls. You know, it wasn't a it was just a little bit. So don't worry, I'm going to be fine. So anyway, folks, what are you all up to today? Hope you have a nice day, lovely weather. Because I'm going to be going to sleep in about, excuse me, 25 minutes. And have a cup of sleep for a couple of hours. Go out in the back garden this afternoon. May go for a little walk. Do something. But thanks for coming, folks. And, you know, the subs are there. More than 525 now, 529. What's happening? And the iMac may be delivered early, and I've just sent them a message. Oh, I'm going to send that back. I want one with a better graphics card in, unless you can knock a bit off me. Well, I know I'm going to haggle him for 50 quid. I've done it loads of times on eBay and they have it. Now, it arrived at one place, and I've had a text of another place. It's now arrived at Crawley Depot. So there's like a line, a monitor that tells you each stage of the process, where it is and where it's at. An estimated day of delivery. I think I may get it a little bit earlier than expected, folks. So I think I may put that content out when it arrives. Oh, I'll have the camera on, I'll have the box getting ripped open in front of you. I'm made up like a nice apple, Mac. Keep me happy, won't it? Keep me amused. And it'll give me the encouragement to put out a bit more content. And I want to get to Walton and Old Course, and that is going to be my first port of call. Maybe in 2 weeks I've got to get to Walton and Old Course. Got to go there and do an audit, just to see what it's like. Tell you how old the prison is, how many prisoners are old. Well, Walton used to hold 1,500 prisoners at one time. But you were freed up then, I remember in the 80s, G-Wing, Skids Row, you know, you got half ounce of baccy a week. Lucky if it lasts you 2 days. But me, I used to make them really thin. I could get about 4 days out of half ounce of nick. But what I'd do, every 3 rollies I'd open the stumps, get the tobacco out and make a rollie with that. But believe it or not, in prison now, for the disposable lighter, 50 quid. A pack of the skins, 20 quid. You know 2 ounces of tobacco, what's £16 in the shop, in prison, can go for 200 quid. You see this Android phone I'm on? Paid 150 for it. Get 600 quid, no problem. No problem whatsoever in prison. So lots of people, when they're on a warrant, they go into prison. Here's how they do it. They buy, say, 50 wraps or 20 wraps of heroin and 20 wraps of cocaine for a tenner each, let's say. They may get 3 for 25. But what they do, they go into prison, they've got them up the cavity, plugged up the backside, wrapped up and plugged. Then what happens is people say, I want a bag off you. So you tell them where to get their family to drop the money off. You've got a mobile phone. When your family, you text them and say, has the money arrived yet? And they say, yeah. You give them the bit because the money's arrived at one of the members of your family. Now, do you know you could buy £200 worth of heroin? You may be only going into Walton for 14 days for fines, doing 7. Do you know what? You know, with that £200 worth of heroin, you can come out with 2 grand. That's, believe you me, you can come out with 2 grand. No messing at all. So if you're going into Walton for fines, couldn't see his drugs. Now, I'm not selling anyone to take drugs into a prison. Certainly not. But that's how you make your money in prison, folks. Anything is a currency in prison, you know. You got a barter and everything. If you got no food in yourself but you've got drugs, you can say to someone, get me £20 worth of scran, I'll give you something. It's the way it is, the way of the world, innit? Bartered and all the way. Anyway, folks, I just thought I'd have a little chat. Notice no ciggy. I'm trying to cut down. I'm listening to me subscribers, and I'm going to tell you how many. Now, I'm not going to lie and say I haven't had a ciggy today. I've had half of one about 5 minutes before I'd done this blog because the pharmacist had just been. Anyway, folks, love yous and leave yous, and thanks for coming. Al City, all the best. Good health, prosperity, thinking of yous all. Big love from Mark.